Crack the mic. Oh, it's been cracked? Of course it has.
Oh my.
Of course it has. Why wouldn't it have been? What's going on, everybody? How are you? Good to be here.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Thursday the 8th. 6 minutes late. 6 minutes. Is that bad? Is that really bad? 6 minutes. It's bad. It's bad. And on it says, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh my.
We're going. We're going. Man. You do? You forget? Everybody forgives me. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. So what's going on, everybody? Good to be here. Welcome to the lab after dark. It is dark most places in the world. Most places. Anakin, get out of the chat. And some places it's daytime, which is weird. It's a weird thing to think about. And one thing that I won't ever understand is how Australia is an entire day ahead of us. That's weird to me. It's always been weird to me. So, because if the world ended, we would have been shorted a day. Australia gets everything. You know, they get everything. They get to hear everything. They get to see everything from their big ass island. She ran. Did he go live? He went live like he himself was on. He was on camera and talked. Did that happen? Is that something that really happened? On what? Where? Angry Anakin. God. Where? I get it, but did he talk? Talk, no face. Okay, well, let's hear. Then might as well. I mean, why not, right? Let's see. Here. I am curious about that. Let's see. So it's the official. Oh my God. He really did. He really did go live. Unbelievable. That's hilarious. Okay, so let's just, I mean, okay, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 StreamYard.
Oh my God. Is that really him? Is that really how he sounds? Is that really Tim Mullen? Is that really Tim Mullen? Oh, we're going to talk about aliens. But what the hell is this? This is worse than aliens. So does he do anything? The last one, he talks more. What? What do you mean? He talks more in what? Oh God, we're off to a rocky friggin' start. Man. He went live like 10 times. What the hell's he doing? Really? Wipe boy. I love that. That's a funny name. So what? Like, what happened? Which one am I looking for, folks? I don't know. Oh God, I think I heard a butane lighter. I don't like him either. He sucks. It's all right. It's not I don't like him. I just don't care about him or want to know anything about him. Goofballs. So where does he talk, people? Come on. Does he talk or not? I'm getting the rigmarole here. What does he do? What's his purpose? Did he talk? Did he not? What did he do? Can. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's all one word. Beautiful.
Candace, I love you. I'll see you in a few days. I love you, and I can't wait to do some AA meetings with you. Oh my God. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Where did that come from? How are you going to tell me what I think's funny? It was funny to me and I laughed. You couldn't have called her on the phone and said that to her? You couldn't have. I mean, honestly. Wow. Oh, that's not funny. He's trying his best. Whatever, dude. Tim showed his face by accident. Yeah, how's that not funny? That's hilarious. I can't. There's first of all, if he's really going to do AA meet, why? Okay, there. If he's really going to do AA meetings, great. I can't wait. It's this. First of all, this is a hostage video. Yeah, if he's serious, who knows if he is? I doubt it, but whatever. Did he call her can? All right, I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna catch crap for this, but I don't care.
Candace, I love you.
What is this? What is this recorded on?
I'll see you in a few.
Who recorded it? And where is he?
Candace, I love you.
I love you too. Why aren't they together?
I'll see you in a few days. I love you, and I can't wait to do some. Candace, I love
No, I called her Candace.
you. I'll see you in a few days. I love you, and I can't wait to do some AA meetings with you.
So there's no way that any of that's true. Now he may be going to rehab or he may be going to AA meetings, but there's no way that he can't wait. I can't wait to go with you. I couldn't think of something less troubling to go to with somebody, anybody, let alone your wife, to an AA meeting. That it would be rough to have to go to an AA meeting when you're both alcoholics. Typically one's there for like moral support. Usually in relationships, there's just one person that drinks, I think. Does that sound about right? There's usually one person that's got it together, and then the other one's just, having their issues and like, hey babe, I'll go to let's go to rehab together. Well, let's go to rehab together. Who's the moral support? Do you get a double sponsor? 2 for the price of 1? Rehab, you've been talking about, well, whatever, dude. Unbelievable. Don spoke on live tonight, so he's not anywhere now, I guess. Jeez, my knees, boys and girls. I mean, it feels very forced. Like those hostage videos, like when people travel to like the Middle East and like the pirates, like, or whoever ISIS kidnaps somebody and they're like, beg for your life, which by the way, those aren't funny. This is funny. But here's the thing, like, why is he talking to her? Why not just call her on the phone? I can tell you one thing. Don Wells would never call Candace and go, hey, Candace, I love you so much. I love you. We're going to go to rehab. I can't wait to go to an AA meeting with you. That's not a conversation that he would have in private, apparently.
I'll see you in a few days. I love you.
Somebody's holding up a sign above him. Like, hey, read this.
I can't wait to do some AA meetings with you. Love you.
Great. That's an awesome video, man. Congratulations. Wow. That was something. Okay, so where is this no, I cannot imagine being in AA with him, nor would I ever want to. All right, really quick, I do want to kind of squeeze this in. We can get back to that crap later. But I would never go to I've been to an AA meeting for like support, but with somebody, but I never had to go personally. And then we'll find. But has anybody heard this about the aliens that landed in somebody's backyard? This is kind of fascinating to me. Once again, there's no pictures or no evidence, but this 911 call, like, listen up. Let me tell me what you think.
Correct, and they're very large.
Okay.
It is the police call everybody will be talking about. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Denise Valdez.
I'm Brian Loftus. A family says something crashed into their backyard.
I don't know if
prompting them to call 911.
I don't know if everybody's going to be talking about it, but
One saying they saw creatures walking around.
Our 8 News Now investigators digging into this for weeks now. And tonight, our David Sharns with the video you will only see on 8 News Now. David?
Right, Denise, sources telling the 8 News Now investigators that several agencies believe something landed or crashed. Whether it was non-humans or not, it certainly scared the people living on this property. Now, before we show you that video, listen to their call for help.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people, or
I mean, if there's and I don't know if this is true or if it's not. Why would you call the cops that there's an alien in your backyard? And first of all, he doesn't even sound scared. He's like, dude, there's like 2 8-foot creatures here. I wouldn't, by the way, I wouldn't tell anybody ever. I would never tell anybody. Never.
2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot.
That's the other thing too. Like, you're going to call the cops, but you're not going to record them.
9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes.
Okay.
Like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes, and they're not human. They're 100%. They're not human.
Okay.
Well, the 8 News Now investigators obtaining video as officers then responded to the call you just heard. You'll see the officers also saw something in the.
So this is where the rubber meets the road when it comes to, if you will, making something maybe a little more tangible, just a little bit more tangible.
Sky that night, but the big question is, what was it, and is it all connected?
Leave her alone.
It's almost midnight on May 1st when a Las Vegas Metro police officer's body cam catches this, something flashing low in the sky.
911 emergency.
Minutes later,
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
someone calls 911.
Imagine the leg room an 8-foot, 10-foot alien would need on a spaceship that could land in a backyard.
Reporting 2 large figures in their backyard.
No, I'm still nervous right now.
The 8 News Now investigators obtaining another officer's video as he's sent to the Northwest Valley home.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
By now, it's more than an hour after that bright light.
Now, come on. There could be a shooting star, and possibly they saw aliens all on the same night.
Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? Or
they see like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big.
He's like, this is what they say, not what I say.
Like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro blacked out that part of the video because it's considered private property.
Oh, come on.
What's clear, they're taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
He's investigating something that fell out of the sky.
That investigation turning up no concrete answers as of Wednesday. Whatever or whoever fell into that yard, long gone within minutes.
Oh, hey, if those 9-foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
Exactly. Why are you gonna call the cops on some aliens? Hey, lock them up. They infringed on my rights. They're trespassing. I don't think that aliens follow the same rules that humans do. So trespassing really isn't a thing, even if you crash your spaceship into the backyard.
So yeah, this is quite weird, Brian was saying as we're watching this story. Now, we've been in contact with the family in that video, and as you heard in that 911 call, they seem very reasonable and honestly quite scared as you heard them in the call. No, they don't seem impaired in any way.
Yeah, I'm much more scared of that video that we saw of Dawn.
And whatever crashed by the time that police got there was gone. But sources say that there's really no dispute. Something was in their yard. Exactly what? We do not know.
Where do they live? Florida? Like an iguana? Could have been a big iguana flying a spaceship. It could have been an iguana. Ship flying iguanas 10 feet tall. Okay, Vegas. Do iguanas live in Vegas? No. But then wait. There's more. The UFO stuff is out tonight, folks. Check this out.
Former intelligence officials in the U.S. Defense and no intelligence.
So you got this tattletale right here. Josh, there are more updates on it. Is there? Yeah, there was a crash.
Intelligence agency is formally blowing the whistle on secrets he says no one has ever shared publicly before.
Whatever.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the U.S. defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
Grush sitting down with award-winning investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, who's
dude. Brian Enton has been all over the map lately. Brian Enton got somebody to confess to a murder that the cops don't even think happened.
Reporting for News Nation.
But what do we call him? Big Daddy News? Is that his name? Big Daddy News? Big Daddy News in the house.
And has spent years reporting on the UFO question.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
Right. Okay. So say this is real and make up your own mind. I'm not going to say whether it is or not, but what good does this guy think telling the public that the United States has a UFO retrieval program? What good is that going to do the general public? Oh, they have a right to know. Oh, they have this. Oh, they have that. You know what, man? Sometimes has anybody ever seen Men in Black? It makes so much sense. The only way that people carry on their boring days is knowing that we're safe. JR Two Wheels? I don't know.
You say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
These are retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles.
I'm not debating whether they're real or not. I'm really not.
Call it spacecraft, if you will, non-human, exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
But the thing is, this guy doesn't know.
I thought it was totally.
This guy doesn't actually know. This is all secondhand knowledge.
Nuts. And I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers.
Yeah, who would want this planet?
That came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me. They were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents and other proof, that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Grush alleges the U.S. government has recovered non-human craft for decades.
And once again, not disputing that. I'm just saying, why does the world need to know? This has been going on since the 40s. Bob Lazar, if anybody knows who Bob Lazar is, told one of the most credible alien stories I've ever heard in my life. This guy sucks.
He's filed a whistleblower complaint saying he gave what he calls the classified proof to Congress and the Intelligence Community Inspector General. News Nation has confirmed David Grush's credentials and resume. We've not.
By the way, Fox News and CNN passed on it. I'm not saying that that's worth anything, but they did. News Nation was like, hell yeah, we'll take this.
Seen or verified the alleged proof he says he's provided to investigators. He says he can't show us the proof for national security reasons.
National security reasons, but he'll tell about this.
He also tells us he's not seen photos of the alleged craft himself, but has talked extensively with other intelligence officials who have.
Dude, I know that Bigfoot is real. I've never seen him. I just know he's real. I've talked to people who have seen him extensively.
If you're right, if you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S.
I mean, we do. We deserve. I don't deserve to know. All right. Well, okay.
U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
You are saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely. The data.
I mean, I think that most people would say, like, if you say, hey, do you believe in aliens? Yeah, of some kind. The universe is very expansive. And why? I mean, it would make sense. It would be crazy to think that we're the only things in the world, or excuse me, the only things in the world. In the universe, the world makes sense. But, you know, whatever.
Data points empirically that we're not alone. Yeah.
Can you go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't? Appreciate you.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
Well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds,
fantastical.
It's true.
It's also harder for people to wrap their minds around the concept of a crashed object from somewhere else. It's easier to accept that, yeah, we see things in the sky that we can't explain.
Journalist Leslie Kane broke Grush's whistleblower story this morning in the debrief. Ms. Kane's career has been mainstream and credible, having written a series of reports on UFOs in the New York Times dating back to 2017.
And by the way, I see that there are people in the chat that will watch this that are like, aliens are real. I know they are. I've either seen them. I know people that have seen them. I'm not saying you have. I'm not saying you haven't. I'm not saying I believe you. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I don't know. I don't know. I think that there are some. Yes, of course. I think that there's something. I do.
He has the credentials, but there's no documents that he's handed over. There's no pictures. And as a journalist, you want to see documents. You want to see pictures. Does that raise a red flag?
Not at all, Brian. I mean, you mean documents that actually describe the craft?
Correct. Yeah, like government documents, or to be able to see it for ourselves.
Of course.
Let me see. It's all psyop. Yeah.
Of course, don't we all want that? And the problem with
Not
that
really.
is all of that information is classified. You know, as we said in the story, everything that Grush told Congress and told the Inspector General of both the IC, the Intelligence Community Inspector General, and the Department of Defense Inspector General, all of that information is classified.
In 2017, Kane reported exclusively in the New York Times that the Pentagon had a secret UFO program.
I mean, did anybody think that they didn't?
3 years later, the Pentagon confirmed her story. Her latest report is even more explosive, but Kane says she has multiple sources who back up Grush's story.
I believe it because of all the sources I have who have told me the same thing. So who am I to doubt these very, very high-level people who have been inside these programs for decades, have done their work, and are all telling me the same thing? I mean, I don't think there's some kind of conspiracy among all these people who don't know each other to make something like this up.
So I've got to be blunt about this. You're not making this up. This is
No.
not a lie.
No, absolutely not.
Because everybody watching this right now is looking at your face.
Mm-hmm.
They're going, is this guy for real?
I am for real. And I'm sitting here at great personal risk and obvious professional risk by talking to you today.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know who the leak is. Like, say that they have to, they're playing, you know, I don't know, telephone. All right. Who's the one that's going to screw everything up? This guy. And you're going to be like, he's the one that told everybody that UFOs are real. He's a jerk off, and he would mess this game up. You know, it starts off with, you know, I have on blue shoes, and then halfway through, when he's in the middle, he's like, hey, you know, penguins make pottery. You know, and that's how it ends up. Penguins make pottery. And you're like, no, that's not what the original thing was. I have on blue shoes. No, penguins make pottery. Oh, is that asshole whistleblower. So good job, dude.
And just within the last 10 minutes or so, the Pentagon has released a statement to News Nation about this report. They say to date, AARO has not discovered any verifiable information to substantiate claims that any programs regarding the possession or reverse engineering of extraterrestrial materials have existed in the past or exist currently. AARO is committed to following the data and its investigation wherever it leads. AARO, working with the Office of the General Counsel and the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, has established a safe and secure process for individuals to come forward with information to aid AARO in its congressionally mandated historical review. AARO's historical review of...
So you guys remember, I say you guys, oh crap, what happened? Okay, there we go. You guys remember, you know, well, Roswell back in the day, I think it was the 40s or something like that. In the Roswell, New Mexico, the most famous story of crash and whatever, and recovery and all that kind of stuff. And then they claimed it was a weather balloon and so on and so forth, all that kind of stuff. I had read this theory, and I've read into it a little bit more, that during the reason all that activity for UFOs started happening in the 40s, 50s, and 60s was because of what you would call, so that's when we were dropping nuclear bombs and nuclear weapons and things like that. And then there was this whole story that the president met with the aliens because the aliens were like, you can't be using that kind of stuff. Area 69, close, just you're a few numbers away. And yeah, so that the atomic bomb was the reason that the aliens were like, oh, let's go see what's going on over here. So that there was an uptick. Study tips. Are you gonna dispute me on every step here? The indigenous communities have been talking. I'm not talking about ancient aliens that they wrote. I'm talking about the people that actually like documented them and didn't just scratch on a cave. I get it. I know. I get it. The stones, all that kind of crap, the pyramids, aliens. I know. I'm telling a story. All right. Thank you. So check it out. That's when they're saying, oh, that's when, all that stuff started happening again. And that's why they got more interested in the world. You know what I mean? So who knows? Yeah. Eisenhower. Right. Exactly. That's just the story though. That's how it went. I don't know if it was true or not. Nor do I care. Well, I mean, I guess I care, but not really.
Records and testimonies is ongoing, and due to Congress by June 2024, and Arrow welcomes the opportunity to speak with a former or current employee or contractor who believes they have information relevant to this historical review. And Elizabeth, we know that David Grush, filed that whistleblower complaint. He's been on the record under oath testifying to many of these things that he said in our report tonight.
Right, and it's important to point out that this statement from the Pentagon from Arrow, Grush's is.
How tall do you think Brian Enton is? How tall do you think that guy is? 5'2", maybe 5'3".
Alleging that this top secret program is keeping this.
If I was gonna pick somebody to fly, it would be Brian Enton. He'd fit right into one of those things.
Secret from Arrow.
Yeah.
You think he's 6'1"? Okay.
Exactly. And if Grush what he's saying is true, the spokespeople, all of those folks at that level wouldn't even know this was going on anyway.
All right, I gotta ask.
Sellout. What a sellout.
He has a compelling story to tell. Very little of it seems like firsthand knowledge. Isn't he just repeating what somebody else has told him or somebody else has showed him?
Yes, that is what he's doing. But he says he's talked to a number of people who are in very, very high level positions. He also had basically the highest level of classified material information that he was able to receive.
Did he? But he never actually saw him.
We went back and checked over, his history, all of his credentials. Check out completely. Unfortunately, there's
in addition, a couple people have come forward publicly to vouch for him, people who are high ranking.
They have. And this article first came out this morning, and I think it's interesting that, there hasn't been any sort of effort to discredit what he has said.
But the thing is, I'm telling you, this has been going on for a long time.
Either from the Defense Department.
So interesting. So what happens, and have we had any reaction, by the way, from members of Congress who have been,
I mean, I don't really
been taking this seriously.
I was just kind of throwing it out there as like a flippant. I look like I'm the lady. Look. See this? If you're just listening and you can't see this, you're going to want to watch it on the playback. We both got broad shoulders. Mine are a bit broader. But look, I'm like talking, how you doing, Mr. Enton? I'm doing good. Good. Do you believe in aliens? Yeah. Cool. It's a nice suit. How tall are you? I'm tall. I'm really tall. Don't say that I'm not tall. Let me lose some weight here real quick. Fit right in. There we go. All right. Now we're cooking. God, my belly hasn't been that small since I was like 4. Then it was all downhill from there. I'll tell you that. people gotta stop taking me so serious. That's the thing. If you watch this show and I'm guessing Eileen Driscoll, good to have you here. Is this your first? Okay, hold on. Is I can move this a little bit. Is this your first time here? Because here we go. Perfect. All right. Heck yeah. Ew. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so here we go. All right, let me. All right. I'm just joking. I'm just goofing off. I know he's trying to make a living. He's a very good reporter. Fantastic. Yeah, are you new? You really gotta ask, because some people are like, they're like, dude.
Last couple of years, we've seen congressional hearings. We've seen NASA's hearing just about a week ago on UFOs or UAPs, whatever you prefer to call them. We've seen the DNI give a briefing to the White House on this. When we've been hearing whispers and rumors for years. I remember even former President Trump, when he was in office, sort of saying, "Oh my gosh, if you knew what I knew about UFOs."
Yeah.
So there's always been this intrigue.
There has. And think about it, Elizabeth. If you go back 15.
There's always in office sort of saying, "Oh my gosh, if you knew what I knew."
Here we go. Hold on. Okay, here we go. This is how you ruin a show. By following your heart. Boom. Oh my God, I'm so outraged. Oh my God, I'm outraged, Brian. That's why my hands are up like this. I am outraged. I am so outraged. My hands are telling the story. Can't you see that I'm talking with my hands, Brian? Can I feel your haircut? It's very short on the sides. I like that feeling, Brian. Brian, I really like that feeling of the shaved head on the sides. You got to taper there, buds. You got to taper. All right, hold on. Yeah, there we go. You got to taper. And it's very nice. It's very nice. You look great, Mr. Enton. You look fantastic. I know. Whew, how dare you? The numbers are just dropping at a steady rate. That's why the show won't exist next week. Oh boy. Brian, you've never talked to me like this before. Oh. Oh. Nice cleavage. Thank you. Oh, this show will be off the air next week because it sucks. Oh. Brian, how dare you? I know. I have piano fingers. Thank you. Piano fingers.
Knew about
Bye.
UFOs.
Yeah.
So there's always been.
Move this back again. Okay, here we go. Nice. Why? 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 Thanks. Appreciate you. Why? Oh, why did you do this?
this intrigue.
There has, and think about it, Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth, think about it. I wish I could get the ding 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 ding. All right.
If you go back 15 or 20 years, if we were sitting here talking about UFOs, people would think that we were nutty. Now it's gotten to the level of where it is somewhat accepted because the government has come forward to a certain extent and acknowledged that there are these videos that exist. The Navy has released the videos themselves and said, we're not sure exactly what this is that we're seeing. Of course, what Gresh is saying really just sort of takes it to the next level.
Boy, it sure does. It's almost impossible to believe. All right, Brian Nenton, thanks so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to
You're
newsnationnow.com.
welcome. You're welcome. All right, great. So now that I killed the show,
To find News Nation on your
I mean, I don't think there's anything else to do. Hmm. Is who ignorant of history? I don't know. He's doing all right. He's better. No, I think she's just closing her eyes. Yeah, he's doing all right. All right. Oh, thank you. Very, very kind. Yeah, I don't know. The heck was that?
Oh my. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Oh my.